Ciao, ciao, ciao. Hello, wedding and event business owners. Zoe Felici here, excited to dig right into today's training, which is the 7 simple steps to elevate the quality of wedding and event clients that you attract so that you can uncover an additional $10,000 to $25,000 in missed revenue each and every month. We're going to dig in right now. So get some pen, get some paper, take some notes, and let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what I have found that happens with the clients that I've worked with wedding and event business owners that I know here locally and across the world and across the country, is what happens when they build their business. They decide, hey, I am really good at what I do. I'm super talented. I'm creative. I have a passion for this industry. Now I just need to let everyone know about it. And so they want to get a website, they want to start marketing their business, but they don't really know where to start. So they start looking at the competition and they start looking at the language that maybe the competition is using. And I know this from experience because I own a wedding blog where I promote local wedding and event business owners to the world. And when I get their information for their listing, a lot of it sounds the same. They're not really veering. So an event planner could be just like another event planners. A caterers might sound just like a caterer because they've copied the competition. They think that it's a great tool to look at someone else's and go from there. And so then they build a website around that, and then they start building their social media and hoping to get a following, and they'll throw money into advertising all by seeing what the competition does and mimicking the competition. And they believe that business will come flowing in by using this method. But the problem with this method is that there is no clarity. There's no clarity on really who they are, who their client is. They haven't really set the foundation to make sure that they're talking to the right people. And when you run your business this way, when you don't have as much clarity, you have a lot more competition. And when you have a lot more competition, there is less value. And worst case scenario is you could even be known as the cheap option. And again, I've experienced this when I was doing a lot more weddings and I was promoting my wedding business. I remember spending a lot of money on the knot and then thinking, oh, I'm going to have business just coming in. And what I realized is I was placed next to a lot more of my competition, and my verbiage, I wasn't really distinguishing what my superpower was, what I was doing, what set me apart from my competition. So that means that there really was no value in what I was doing differently than someone else. So what happens when you run your business this way, or your marketing, or your strategies this way, is that you start attracting people who are really just buying on pricing, who are really just looking for the cheaper option because they're thinking, oh, if my option is A and B and they're both identical, yeah, of course I'm going to go for the cheaper option. Why would I pay more for the exact same product? So now you're setting yourself up to really attract only that type of clientele. But what I found working in luxury hotels and working, setting the foundation for my business, how I did with the hotel business, is that I was trying to hit I was trying to hit $100,000 consistently. That was my goal in yearly income. And I thought to myself, would I rather give up 40 events, 40 weekends, not spending time with friends and family and giving up my free time and staying super busy working with 40 different clients, charging $2,500? Or did it make more sense for me to only have 10 clients, 10 events at a $10,000 value? Now, I'm not here to tell you that you're just going to take this jump and you're going to price yourself over, because that's really not the key to this. What you want to do is understand what is your worth, what is your value. Because number one is, if you're doing 40 events at $2,500, that is, for some people, they are super happy doing that. But oftentimes you find yourself in a situation where there's a lot more other people doing that. And that, again, is where you're attracting those clients that are really hiring their vendors based on who's the cheapest option, right? So you're trying to sift through more clients. You have less time. You're really competing against yourself and a lot of other people, and you're charging less money for a lot more work. and not just a lot more work with your clients and with the events that you're planning, or with the events that you are performing with your clients, but also within your business, within your marketing, within your inquiries, and sifting through that. Now, when you take that jump, instead of elevating the value of your worth or becoming that worthy option, obviously you're going to make more money working with less clients, but it's also going to give you more time, right? Because you're not going to be competing as much with other vendors who are doing the same thing that you're doing. And you're going to be reaching to a smaller audience of clients, but you don't need as many clients to book in order to get to a 10 events for $10,000, all to hit $100,000. So if this is something that you're looking to do and you're wanting to charge more, and you know you're worth more, that's really what it is. Because what ends up happening when we do the cheaper events, the less expensive events, I can't even tell you how many times I thought it, or I've heard my clients think it, that, oh my gosh, I should have charged more. This is a lot more work than what I was anticipating. So if you're ready to finally kick the bucket on being that cheap option and becoming the worthy option and making it much easier to attract those clients, much easier to make the same amount of money and really live in your superpower and be able to scale your business, then this is exactly the training for you. So here's the deal, you guys, and I've heard this 100 times over. I'm scared to increase my pricing because people won't hire me. And the reality is, yeah, that is true. Not as many people will hire you. But unless you are crystal clear on what is your superpower, unless you're able to set yourself apart by mastering your message and really setting that foundation on what is the outcome that you offer for your clients, that goes into sales, that goes into marketing. You're able to articulate your offer or articulate your values during the inquiry process, in your social media, in your blogging, and every single thing that you do, just by changing your messaging. That's really the biggest thing that's going to set you apart. It's not that difficult because you're already doing everything else. It's just a matter of setting yourself apart and really being able to articulate what is the value of your worth. And people will be attracted to you because you're setting yourself apart from the competition. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret, and that is the profit formula. Now, I learned this again way long ago when I worked corporate events, or for corporate America, when I was an event planner, even before that, when I was a hotel restaurant major, knowing that clarity on things, clarity on your business, being super certain on what is the outcome that you offer your clients that sets you apart from everyone else. That's the clarity. Plus messaging that consistently to an audience that is perfect for you. That is really what's going to bring you in the profit, because this is a proven profit formula that's converted struggling business owners into these six-figure companies that are booking an additional $10,000, $25,000 per month consistently in their business from missing income, just by using this profit formula. Clarity plus messaging equals profit. Now, if this is what you want to be doing is you need to be setting yourself as the worthy option, so that if someone is looking at item A and item B, if they're looking at you and your competition, it's a no-brainer. They're like, wow, these people have so much value. They have so much more to offer. I know they're more expensive, but I know that they're the right person for me. Because once you have that full clarity and you can articulate it, you will have more visibility to the right people. Again, you're going to have more visibility to the right people. You don't need to book as many events because you'll be charging more because you've increased your worth, but those people will want to work with you. So you won't need to book as many events. You won't need as many clients, but your conversion rate will basically go up because you have a higher value. It's going to be a no-brainer of, wow, this is a better value than that. Okay. And so in order to do this, you need to have two things if you want this. And one is that you have to be proactive. You have to be proactive in everything that you do, in the way you market your business, in the way that you promote yourself, in the way that you run your business as well. You need to be proactively doing things which again doesn't need to take a lot of time once it's done right. But again, most business owners think, oh, I have a website, oh, I have social media, I'm just going to post on there and business will come to me. That's a very reactive way of marketing your business. There's more to it. And really all it is that you get behind the seat of the driver's seat of your business in order to change that. And then again, consistency is key. You need to be able to do it over and over and over consistently, because then people will see. That really is what increases your worth, is being consistent, not just in your marketing, not just with your inquiries, but also in the processes, systems, and everything that you do within your business as well. Now, what I wanted to talk about is, for instance, I'm talking about increasing the value of your worth. So would you ever pay $100 for a bottle of water? You probably would be like, nope, Zoe, you're crazy. There's no way I'm paying $100 for a bottle of water. But that is if you're envisioning that you're walking into a 7-Eleven and there's 75 different waters to choose from. You're like, oh, okay, I'd rather get even the Voss that's $7 a bottle than a $100 bottle water. However, what if I told you that $100 bottle of water is the only water available for miles? You are super thirsty. You haven't drank in who knows how long, and you're just parched, right? And you don't know when your next bottle of water will come available to you. That has just leveraged the worth. It's worth a lot more to you at that point, because now it's a matter of, oh, wow, yeah, this is the only water available. This is the only water for me. It's going to quench my thirst and take care of my needs because there's nothing else available there. So that's how you want to set your business apart, is really create what those values are, what makes it worth it for people to hire you, and really master your messaging in order for them to understand clearly what it is. So that's the only way that you'd probably pay for a $100 bottle of water. And I know that sounds crazy, but the reality is that when you set yourself apart and people see the distinction in you, you are that $100 bottle of water, because you are leagues beyond what your competition is doing. And the way that we do this, so like I said, most business owners, they start looking at the competition and they build a website and they think they slap some social media together and the business is going to be coming in, and then they throw money into social media. But the way that we capitalize, or the way that we build our business using the profit formula. And as a reminder, the profit formula is that clarity plus messaging equals profit, is we start with the foundation. And that is appraising your worth. What does that premium pricing look like? What is it that sets you apart from other people? So instead of looking outward at what the competition is doing and mimicking what they're doing and saying on the digital platforms, on social media, on their website, you look within and you look at your superpower, you look at your worth. What is it that sets you apart from someone else? And that can dictate what that premium pricing should be. Like I said, you can't just say, hey, today I'm charging $2,500 and tomorrow it's going to be $10,000. No, you really need to articulate your worth. So you have to look within and take inventory of what that value is, so that then you can message it out. Because once you do that, you'll be able to leverage that superpower. You'll be able to have that brand visibility and master that messaging. So again, clarity is that premium pricing down at the bottom, appraising the worth, building on that, and then having the messaging to do that, which is that brand visibility and leveraging what your superpower is, what sets you apart from other people. And real quick, in this 7 steps, I share with you guys that when you're looking at what is your superpower, or what is your mission statement, or what sets you apart from other people, it has to be super specific, and it has to be clear to others so that they can quickly see that. And it can't be something that anyone else could be, right? So like, for instance, I mean, we're talking about superpower. We know that Superman is faster than a speeding bullet. Every superhero has their own power. So what is your secret weapon? And really looking within and leveraging on what that is. Because if you just say, hey, I'm a superhero and I can do anything, people are going to be like, yeah, you're a superhero. I would hope so. So it really has to be very, very specific. And then once we're clear on those two things, having that consistency, being able to continually market yourself, to continually get back to clients quickly, to really increase the value of your worth. Because once you're consistent, not only in your workflows with your clients, but also in your marketing, in things within your business, and stay proactive. Remember, I talked about being proactive. There's tools available where you can constantly be proactive. That's used by incorporating, we create that by incorporating automation with personalization. And what I mean by that is that one thing triggers another, just like in event planning, right? Like, you know that you need, number one, a budget, and number two, a diagram in order to build an event, right? If you don't have those two, it'd be really, really hard to build an event. So why would you build your business that way? So that's what I'm talking about, is that one thing triggers another. So once you know what your diagram looks like, or how many tables you need, or what your guest count is, then it triggers what the next step is, which is ordering rentals or whatever the case might be. So running your business that way also creates that consistency, creates that workflow, and you guys, it increases the value of your worth. So now not only are you charging more because you're worth more, but now you're even increasing that even more because the clients feel it. Once you incorporate automation with personalization, your standard level of service will go up. And for example, and I always use this example, we were talking about the $100 bottle of water, or when I worked hotels, or, I go out, I love my coffee, and I go out to breakfast. There's something about automation with personalization, which means the server comes to me, I order coffee, and they say, hey, would you like milk or cream with that? That right there is a personalization, right? So ordering coffee triggers an automatic question so that then they can personalize that for me. And then when they come to me and bring me my coffee, I have, whether I want milk or cream or what have you, and it comes all together. And that allows me to have a hot cup of coffee, which is all I wanted, exactly how I like it. Because if you are a coffee drinker, we're particular about that. Really, really quickly, because there's nothing worse than ordering a cup of coffee. The server brings it over, and now there's no cream, there's no sugar, there's no spoon, and I'm having to wait for it. And I don't like my coffee black, and now I have to sit there and either drink it black or wait for it to get cold while I ask for cream, sugar, or whatever the case might be. So that's what I'm talking about, consistency. It really keeps you proactive. It increases the value of your worth, but you can only do that once you're really, really clear on what is your worth, appraising that worth, and having that brand visibility. So everything is based on that foundation. And now you have a really strong foundation to build your business, to market yourself, and to talk to your perfect clients. Because once we have that premium pricing, once we have clarity on what that offer is, what your superpower is, what is it that you have that nobody else have, that unleashes confidence, because you're appraising your worth. And that way you can articulate those premium pricing packages and values, because you're confident in that. You really see the value of what you're providing your clients, and you're having now a very different conversation. You're telling the story to them of how you are the perfect person for them, if they're the perfect clients for you. And instead of having a transactional experience with them, like, hey, yeah, so when's your wedding? How many people? Da, da, da. You're not setting yourself apart. So that's the beauty in premium pricing and offer. Once we create that brand visibility, or again, that messaging, right? So the first one, premium pricing offer, is clarity. Brand visibility and messaging is articulating that, clarifying, leveraging that superpower. And that way you're going to elevate the quality of clients you attract. You're not only going to attract your perfect clients, you will turn them into raving fans by booking the services and the clients that are perfect for you. And then having that consistency, leveraging the time so that you can automate with personalization. That way it doesn't become a transaction, but it really becomes a very, very smooth experience for everyone, that keeps you in the driver's seat, that increases the value of your worth. And you guys, big secret, when you incorporate personalization with automation, it can actually pre-sell the value of your services. So we were talking about knowing what that is, the value, and then marketing it or messaging it. And then when you do it consistently, it can actually pre-sell so that by the time you get an inquiry on the phone, they know they want to work with you. So you stop getting ghosted and you stop getting those price negotiators, and you're really getting on the phone with people who are serious about booking you, and your conversion rate goes up. And again, even better is you can upsell services using automation with personalization, and it increases your worth. People see the value of your worth and they're willing to pay for it. Now, in order to get this guide, what I created is a 7 simple steps guide. And the idea, the outcomes, the 3 outcomes from this guide is, number 1, you're going to elevate the quality of wedding and event clients that you attract. You're going to be crystal clear on who they are and how to talk to them. And the second thing, it'll help you book an additional $10,000 to $25,000 per month that you're missing out on in your business because you're trying to do it all. You're trying to market to everyone, and you're not living within your superpower. And then the third and the most important is that you get to stand in that creative superpower, which is why we got into this business in the first place, because we're passionate, because we're creative, because we do a really, really good job and enjoy planning events. And now we can live in that superpower instead of having to live in, having to answer emails all the time, having our emails be our to-do list all the time, and really making it a cumbersome job instead of a very fun and why we got into business in the first place. So in this guide, what I have for you is how to craft an inspirational mission statement so that you can craft your inspirational mission statement for yourself. And then the powerful question that most business owners are missing in order to engage in building a 6-figure business, because sometimes we're just looking for answers, but we forget to ask the questions. And by asking these powerful questions is really where we get the answers, which is, again, begin with the end in mind. I share with you a list of automations in order to create the right systems and in order to have those processes in place, the ones that do the work for you like clockwork, because again, consistency is key, you guys. I talk about this all the time when I worked in luxury resorts. If I ordered an iced tea at the Four Seasons in Austin or an iced tea at the Four Seasons in Istanbul, I would get the exact same items delivered to my table in order to have that iced tea. And that's what you want, is that consistency, because that creates loyalty, that creates value and worth, and it's perfect for your brand. And then I share with you the very simple success formula in order to incorporate all of these 7 simple shifts and create a powerful business and create a powerful foundation in order for you to master your messaging and be super clear on your superpower, and then implement that automation. So the simple success formula to do all that. So if you are interested in having the 7 simple steps, this free PDF, you guys, I want you to like this post right here, right now. Hit like and comment simple down below. If you're watching the replay, just do #replay simple, and then I'll message you and I'll get your email, and you will get that free PDF in your inbox, guaranteed. It will change your business, the way you look at your business, and the way that you start moving forward in order to elevate the quality of clients you attract. So like this post, comment simple down below in the comments, and then I'll email you your free PDF for you to use, where I share all of the 7 simple secrets in this PDF that are so usable, user-friendly, and you can start incorporating them right away so that you can add an additional 5 figures to your business starting right now. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this training. Give me a shout out. Let me know. Hi, Zoe. Ciao, ciao. And I hope to see you in the next Felici Friday. I do these live trainings every Friday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Ciao for now.